Hello everyone and welcome back to Fallout Wasteland Warfare settlement playthrough with the New Hope settlement. Feel free to take a look at the table right now and try and get a glimpse of what's going to be happening in the mission we're doing today. But first, as always, we have to start with the settlement mode step. And we actually have a bunch of gear, which I have laid out here. This is our current supply of both what we brought into the last battle and some of the items we've got. So we've got a bottle cap mine, stim pack, the two weapons, the unique weapons we've had for a while now, and a stealth boy. And we're also sitting on 200 and I've got a bit of paper here that you can just about see to keep me right about this stuff. We have 270 caps to play with, and I think I know what I want to do with those. But again, remembering as always, first though, we get a free explorer card thanks to our ranger outpost, or listening post, sorry, whichever one it was that I bought. So we're going to do this first of all, just in case it's something that involves spending caps, because that might change my mind for the plan I have. So I'm going to cut the deck randomly. We're going to go here, and we're going to go here. Free side. Some armor lays there in the middle of an alley. No one is around. Do you take it? So this is a reference to that New Vegas quest where you get lured into an alley and jumped by junkies. Draw one armor card and then test perception. You hear movement. You know you've fallen for an ambush. Do you drop the armor and run? Discard the armor card or keep it and gain 1 damage and stun. I don't have any armor, but this mission might be difficult. I don't know if I want someone starting with 1 less action and 1 damage. Nah, I'm going to say just drop the armor and run. I don't think freeside armor is worth it. But that does mean I can do what I want to do with the caps we have. Rather, well, not that it was caps related anyway. But of the 270, I want to spend 150 on a third stores, because that means we can take 3 things into battle and we can store 2, and that means I don't have to dump anything. Beyond that, I guess I could get another maintenance shed to retain something after battle, on the off chance I ever get more than 4 things after battle. Yeah, I suppose so. So that would be a total of 210 spent, leaves us with 60. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, on to the mission. Quest 2, the Psycho Sniper. A win will reward 200 caps and a loss 120, although there is a chance for an additional reward. In a small room nearby, a chem-mad psycho has taken up residence in a sniper's nest, taking shots at anything that moves, seemingly for fun. That itself poses enough of a threat, but the maniac has also stirred up the local feral ghouls too. A bounty has been placed on the psycho's head with the added perk of being allowed to keep any gear that you find on him. So hopefully now you've heard the general overview for the mission and we can go over some special rules. My team is going to be yellow in, roughly that much, from this board edge, and our destination with the Psycho Sniper, although it's not actually a Psycho because Psychos can't use rifles, so he's using the Raider stat card. He has a sniper rifle with a... I've forgotten the name of the upgrade. I'm going to come over here and check because it's important. The upgrade he has is aligned sights, which means if he shoots into combat he hits who he intends to, you don't have to roll for it. He also has a stim pack. If he ever loses or goes below max health, he will attempt to heal himself. At the start of the game, he's going to be like a turret. He's going to have 3 reactions in a turn, but he can only ever fire once at each target once. So, for instance, if the Soul Survivor moved here, triggers a reaction shot against him, and then moves here, he wouldn't fire at him twice. Just to be fair, because otherwise he could insta-kill a bunch of my people with that gun, because it's pretty good. So he's going to have 3 instances of shooting, like snap firing a turn, and that's going to stay that way until such time as one of 2 things happens. He dies, or, to get the measuring tool to demonstrate, one of my team gets within green of any section of his sniper nest on top of the red rocket station, from any angle. So at that point, or he dies, the mission criteria is going to change ever so slightly, and then we'll have to talk again. As far as other enemies on the table, there's 3 ghouls. They're going to be acting as normal with their AI. He's staying where he is. 3 reactions similar to a turret. He'll heal himself if he has to. He's always counted as being in cover because he knows how to dodge around there. He's been staying up there for a while. The ghouls do not treat him as an enemy. He's been there long enough that they know they can't get up to him, so they're going for the fresh meat down this end of the table. And I think I'll just get my team set up because we've gone over what they're equipped with enough times in the series so far. The Hunter's Hunting Rifle is coming equipped on the Soul Survivor. The Settler is going to have the Incendiary Assault Rifle, And because I can bring a third thing now, Codsworth is going to bring along a stim pack that you might give to someone to heal them later. So I'll get them set up and then we'll be back. Alright, my team is set up, although I did forget to mention that this match is going to run 5 turns. That might seem a lot for the number of enemies on the map, but as I said, things are going to change once one of those 2 criteria is met. And there is also, obviously, you could see them but I didn't point it out, there's a bunch of items. They're very congregated in this large open area that he has nice line of sight on, almost as if that's on purpose. It's a nice little kill box for him, but there is stuff there for potential nabbing, assuming it is items, it could be dangers. My team deployed yellow in, Free Tech, Settler, the Scavenger, Pennyworth, and then actually, you know what, they should be slightly further here, even though it puts them in a bit of danger, to try and get Black away from the Sole Survivor so that he and Dogmeat Scout can kind of go up the side there and he'll have his bonuses from his perk. So I'll make sure there's no human within range Black of him, and then we'll jump into battle round 1. So the 3 reaction tokens have now been given to the Psycho Sniper up there on the roof. He knows people are here to try and kill him and he's ready to take some pot shots. He isn't activating though, as again he does not have a proper activation. He has those reactions turret style. So of the AI, there's 3 ghouls, which means they get first activation, and the one that did start over there is the first to activate and has just double moved towards the closest thing he wants to eat, putting him right next to the sign there. So I think for my first activation I'm going to activate Pennyworth because he can hopefully take hits from the sniper if he needs to. The sniper rifle he's using, its maximum range is double black, which is essentially anything up to like here in a semicircle. He can reach almost anywhere. So Pennyworth's first action is he's moving up red to where you can see him. He's going to flamethrower the ghoul there, but that triggers a reaction shot from the Psycho Sniper. So at beyond black range to double black, he is rolling 2 green dice and a blue dice, I believe, because it has a chance to, if we come around here, on a bottle cap it breaks 1 extra bit of armor, on a start it does 1 extra bit of damage, and its base damage is 2. The Raider card that we're using for the Psycho Sniper is skill 4, so he is doing a snapshot, so he needs a 2 or less, which isn't a high chance, but the greens will bring it down. And he actually got it. Oh dear. And he got a bottle cap, so that's broken armor. Yes. So Pennyworth, broken armor, and it's doing 3 damage. Pennyworth's normal physical armor is 3, so it's down to a 2. And he blocked none of it. Pennyworth just took 3 of his 6 health. Lovely. He does now get to do his actual thing though, which is flamethrowing the ghoul, so that's just a blue die. And that is a 6 or less. That's exactly a 6. Does the bottle cap set him on fire? No, ironically it also breaks the ghoul's armor, of which he has only 1. So 3 damage to Pennyworth from the reaction shot from the sniper rifle, oof, and 2 damage to the ghoul there. I forgot to mention the other reason for the sniper rifle having the aligned sights. If any of my guys are in close combat with the ghoul, the Psycho Sniper knows the ghouls aren't a threat to him, so he won't shoot them. So the next ghoul activated, and he just wants to go find something to gnaw on as well, so he moved over there and then is moving down there a little bit cautiously over by, those are just normal barrels, not radioactive ones. So I'm going to go with my Scavenger next, and he's moving up, and of course that does trigger a shot from the Psycho Sniper. But from that angle, that barricade there is going to give him cover, so he basically just needs a crit to hit him because he's already at -2. But he does have those extra dice thrown in, so as a matter of note, let's see if he does it. He might be an absolute crack shot. If he is, he should be on my team. That was almost a crit. I saw that, but it bounced over. So even if you minus the 4, it's still not enough, which is just as well, because I think it would have done 2 extra damage. Yes, it would have. That's very scary. So anyway, he is going to fire his bolt action pipe pistol into the face of the wounded ghoul, needing a 3 or less. That would be a 6. I would have done enough to kill him as well, easily. Nope, he's done. So we're already up to the final ghoul, and he is also just wanting to eat. So he's just moving forwards twice, causing a bit of a barricade body-wise in the middle there. Now that does mean it's just my team left to go because there is so few enemies on the table, but the Psycho Sniper does have 1 last reaction shot to work through as well. Need to take that into consideration. So I'm moving up with the Settler. Remember, she's got the incendiary assault rifle, not her usual bow action pipe rifle. So she wants to shoot at the wounded ghoul, but that is going to trigger the final for this turn, reaction fire from the Psycho Sniper. Now I think she also has intervening terrain at the angle he's aiming down at, so I'm going to say she has cover as well. Let's see if he gets her. It almost rolled on a crit again. I don't believe it. Do you see that? It was on the crit and then it bounced off. But that's a 7. So he does miss, which is just as well because it would have broken her armor. What did the bottle caps do again? Oh, it would have shattered her armor, just all gone. So that would have been 2 damage straight through to her. Good. Well, she's going to shoot the incendiary assault rifle. Sadly, the wounded ghoul is just out of range red from her, which means she can't fire at close range. So she's firing at long, which is a black and a blue die because it does have a chance to set on fire, and it's 6s. 6 on the dot. I keep hitting dice into there. Does the star do anything? Yes, it sets the ghoul on fire, which is only relevant if he lives. They have 1 armor. He saved none of it, and it does 2 base damage, so it does not matter that she set him on fire. His head just popped. He is gone. So I went with my free tech next, and he's doing the run up the flank strat again. It might work this time, who knows? There's not a Mirelurk to eat him. So he moves red, taking advantage of him being faster than your average settler. It puts him right there. He is still outside of green from the building, just to be clear. That's why that's there. If he gets to activate next turn, though, before this ghoul, because this ghoul could time up in combat, he might want to run over there, or he might want to deal with the ghoul first. I haven't decided yet. But either way, he is moving up while the Psycho Sniper is reloading his ammunition. Last 2 activations for my team. Soul Survivor moved up twice. I think if he gets on the ridge there, or over there, but either way, just even there, that would probably give him good eyes on the Psycho Sniper. Even though he kind of sees him like that, again, as long as he's on that building, he's getting a bonus from cover. But he might be able to take a pot shot next turn with that better hunting rifle he's got. So the goodest boy Dogmeat's ending off the first battle round, and after a normal red standard move, his massive charge distance of blue was more than enough to charge him into that ghoul there to kind of free up Pennyworth now that Pennyworth's hurting kind of bad. But can't attack this turn, obviously. Charge bonus is going to take a black die because it's possible he could one-shot him if he rolls well enough in the next turn. So we're at the end of the first battle round. That means we have to see what event is taking effect in turn 2. Let's break here and say we're doing this one. Oops, I knocked one. Oh no, not the Turret Awakens one. I mean, I guess the Psycho Sniper hid one in the field. A long forgotten turret starts to return to life, woken by nearby activity. Scatter a token blue from the battlefield center. This machine gun turret MK3, which is dormant, now has 3 triggers on it. Apparently, I think the last time we got this is someone mentioned it is just the 3. It doesn't get them back every turn. That's still really bad, although it will also count the ghouls as enemies. So it scatters. Put a token blue from the center. Blue is quite large. Do I have the scatter dice handy? I do. So the middle of the map is approximately there. I'll measure it up properly off camera. Let's see which direction it's going. Well, we'll re-roll a hit because it needs to move. It's going to move that way. Blue distance. That might not be so bad. Alright, we'll set that up and be back at the top of turn 2. So we're at the top of turn 2 and the turret is here. Now it actually scatters all the way down here, and if I'd made it face this way, it's never going to shoot at anyone. But to make things more interesting, making it shoot that way, this could be the moment of extreme regret. But either way, the ghouls are activating first because there's less of them than there is me. And this ghoul in particular is activating. He's going to smack Dogmeat twice in the face. Basic feral ghoul swipe, needing 6s or less. First hit is an insta fail. That's good for Dogmeat because Dogmeat's going to have to hit back in a second, probably, and then get shot at by the sniper. And that's a 7 brought down to a 6 with a bottle cap, which I don't think does anything on their swipe. Let me just double check real quick. No, but he does 2 damage and then 1 radiation damage if it gets through. He's got super armor, so right now Dogmeat is 2+1, I think. Yep, 2+1. He fully blocked the damage. But I think the radiation still goes through. I presume the radiation still goes through, and Dogmeat has no radiation defense, so he takes the 1 rad damage. Alright, I think my first activation for turn 2 is going to be the free tech. I want him to potentially move closer to the red rocket station, but first I want to try and deal with the ghoul threat by shooting it in the back. At that range, he is getting 2 black dice, but he needs 3s. That would be a 7, which is a great shame because it would have insta-killed him basically if he'd rolled nothing on his armor. He'll try again. I want rid of the ghouls. That's a 10! The free tech needs to be retired, and by retired I mean murdered. Oh, it is going to be the other ghoul activating who is charging into the free tech. However, prior to that, totally forgot him shooting his gun at least once would trigger a reaction from the Psycho Sniper. So he is just out of range black, so he's still rolling the blue and 2 greens, needing 2s. And he went and did it, didn't he? I don't think the nuke does anything, it's only the stars and bottle caps. But that is 3 damage coming in on the free techs. How much armor does he have? 1. 1! He blocked none of it. He took 3. That would normally kill him if he was enslaved tech. He has 1 health left. You know what? I won't even bother getting the damage icons, because if the ghoul is about to kill him, it won't matter. So ghoul swipe is green, black, green for charge, 6s. He hit him for 2 extra damage. Is that 4 damage? 4 damage plus 1 rad damage. The rad damage alone kills him, but hey, let's see what he would have rolled. Yeah, the free tech's dead. So we're already back round to just my activations, barring any reactions from the turret or psycho sniper. I'm going to do the ones that are in the line of sight of the turret last, because hopefully I can just move them out of line of sight so they won't even get triggered on anyway. I'm going to go with the sole survivor. He is moving up, which means he will get shot at by the psycho sniper, but then he's going to take a shot back. He's just outside of black, so it's still the same dice. 2s. That's a miss. That's good to see. Now, at his range with the hunter's hunting rifle, no extra black die thrown in because the psycho sniper is a human. It is just the 2 green to make it land, and we're looking for 5s. And that is definitely a hit with extra damage. The psycho sniper has 2 physical damage, physical armor, sorry. He blocked none of it, so he just took 3 damage. Now that means he automatically triggers his stim pack. His stim pack is triggered to heal him to full, but that also takes away another of his reactions, so he is done for the turn. So it's just my guys and the turret to worry about now. So since the psycho sniper used up his last reaction in the turn to heal himself, which I don't think you can do normally, incidentally, that's just a special rule for this mission, Dogmeat can safely activate without getting shot now. He's going to try and eat that ghoul with 2 doggo bites. The first one's getting that black bonus die from his charge. 6s. 6 on the dot for 2 extra damage. Broken armor. They only have 1 armor, I think. Yes, they do. Bottle caps for a dog bite. No. But that is 3 damage coming in, and then we lose the black die. The ghoul's got 1 hit left. And he's dead, because that's 2 more damage through. Dogmeat isn't going to get to move this turn, but the ghoul is gone. Oh, and just to be clear, from where Dogmeat is standing, the turret cannot draw line of sight. Too tight on the edge of the rock there, plus the signs in the way. So next up was my scavenger, and I was a little bit careful on purpose with his movement here. He moved once in such a way turret can't react to him because he can't see him when he completed the action. Then he moved again. Now he technically could have got close enough that he would have been within green. I'm deliberately not doing that because I think I can get there with Pennyworth. So I want him to do a safe thing, which is doing a free check on whatever this item could be to try and nab some loot. Now he could have technically done both. There's another reason why I don't want to do that. So I'm just explaining that's why he didn't, because again, Pennyworth is probably going to be the one to trigger it. But let's see what this is. Oh, he found a whole load of nothing. So thanks to his base red movement, Pennyworth can easily get within green of the red rocket station and also moves out of line of sight of Mr. Turret there, who's buried in the dirt apparently. So he is double moving. He's not fully double moving because he's going to flip over this item. That does put him within green, so a few things are happening. We're going to start with resolving whatever this is. It better not be another blank. Oh, it's just a danger. Excellent. Well, we're resolving this first. Alright, here's our danger deck. Let's just cut the cards there. We're doing this one. Foul odor. What could that smell be? Supermutants, beasts, robots, and synths. No effect. Fantastic. Otherwise it would have given him -2 to skills. Alright, so we don't need to worry about that. In that case we can just cover what happens when someone gets within green of the red rocket station. The real reason for the psycho sniper protecting this area is revealed, although it is kind of still part of his chem-fueled madness. He was protecting who was inside the red rocket station, which now appears outside thanks to someone getting close by and stirring them. A putrid glowing one is popping out of the door, wherever the door is, and it's under there. He's going to be popping out right there, and they are no easy target. So the putrid glowing one, is it putrid or is it fetid? It is putrid glowing one, yeah. So he's now a secondary objective. That's who the psycho sniper was protecting for reasons known only to themselves. They will now have a normal activation. They will not have 3 reactions a turn because he's a little bit worried that the fetid glowing one has appeared. So he'll be getting a normal turn as part of the enemy team. If the psycho sniper dies, the objective is still met. We'll get our 200 caps, paycheck cashed. However, if we want to be able to loot the psycho sniper's body for that sniper rifle he's been using, we have to kill the glowing one as well. So things just got a lot more dangerous. So the settler is moving up there, which is going to trigger the turret firing at her at close range, but reduce scale down to 3s, rolling a black and a yellow. It's not going to matter. She's then going to take a pot shot, which is going to trigger a second reaction, and that one unfortunately does hit. It breaks her 1 armor and does 1 extra damage. Its default damage is 2, so she's just taken 3 of her 4 damage. For this pot shot, she's going to take downfield just barely. That's the 3 damage on her there, with her incendiary assault rifle at the glowing one, which is her skill die, and at long range, black and a blue, and it's 6s. So this is the shot she got hit for, and it ended up being a fantastic shot. Does she do anything special on the nuke with this gun? No, it's just stars. But that's still 4 damage coming in against the glowing one, whose base armor is 2 plus 1. So it blocked 2 damage, so it's essentially blocked the 2 basic extra damage. It's taken 2 damage, it has 11 health though, and it can heal itself, I think, as well if it's near radiation. Was that my last activation for the turn as well? It was, okay. So along with a slightly miffed glowing one, a turret with 1 reaction left, let's see what new horror awaits us. This one. Oops. So I drop it. Contested ground. Didn't we see this before? Draw a danger card, and the most recently activated model by the player without advantage is affected. So that would mean the settler who's wounded has to get a danger card. One moment, please. If this does any damage to her, it will kill her. Jagged edge. Sharp and corroded twists of reinforced steel protrude up from the ground. Do you risk moving quickly or go slow? End activation. You know what? I'm gonna test to move quickly, because I don't mind her having a busted leg, because she just needs to move out of the way of the turret. So it doesn't really matter. Test agility. I have no idea what her agility stat is offhand, so let's work that out. Her agility is a 4. She failed with a quick action. Quick action doesn't matter, so she's got a busted leg. Whether that's for the match or for just a turn, doesn't matter. So she just needs to move out the range of a turret for her first action either way. Alright, on to turn 3. So to get battle round 3 started, it was the putrid glowing one, which I'm pretty sure I keep on calling fetid. Either way, it's gross. It's a gross ghoul that glows in the dark. He activated first, randomized between the 3 enemies remaining on the map, charged into Pennyworth, and now he's going to try and smack him upside the head with his swipe, which would normally do radiation damage. Robots aren't affected by that, so it's just the 2 damage coming in plus whatever the black dice roll. It's 6s, I believe. No, you know what? He is strength 7, so it should be 3 black dice. I'll re-roll the blank, and he's hit with a crit no less. 2 extra damage, so that's just a casual 4 damage coming in against Pennyworth. I think even if he blocks this, he's dead. Oh no, he has 3 armor. Get a 3. Get a 3. He blocked 2 of it, so that's still 2 damage. Yeah, he's taken out. He has 5. Oh no, he has 6 health. He has 6 health. He's alive on 1 health. Well, with poor Pennyworth being so close to exploding, I've got to stick with him. He's going to try and buzzsaw the glowing one twice. It's just a yellow die, and it is 6s or less. First hit is a miss, which is a shame because it would have shattered his armor. Second hit, that's a 9. Comes down to 8. He missed twice. Oh, that's bad. The Psycho Sniper, now activating like a normal person, is the next up, just leaving the lone ghoul over there after he's finished feasting on the free deck. He's going to shoot at Pennyworth. He wants to protect the glowing one. So he is shooting at close range though, so it's down to just a yellow die on the sniper rifle. And he is shooting normally, so it's 4s or less now. Actually, well, it doesn't matter if they're in base-to-base combat. He has his aligned sights, so he doesn't get any negatives. Well, but that would actually mean the positive to shooting into combat presumably still applies with the aligned sights. It doesn't say. It just says that you can choose. Let me see the wording here, because it matters now. Always hits intended target when firing into melee. It doesn't say you don't get the bonus, which means you would actually need a 6, which matters. Oops, because that was a 7 with a -1, so it did come down to a 6. Does Pennyworth block it? He blocks 1 of it. 1 damage gets through. The robot explodes. Sadly, I don't think he has any actual rolls for exploding, because that would have been helpful. And the stimpak he was holding explodes with him. For his other shot, I guess he would shoot at the next nearest threat to the ghoul, which is the scavenger there, who's also in close range. So that'll be just the yellow die again. Not in combat this time, but it doesn't matter because it's a crit. Breaks his armor. This is turning bad. He's got 1 armor left, which he does not block, so he takes 2 damage, and that's the Psycho Sniper done. So I've had quite enough of this sniper shooting up my team. I'm going to try and take him out with the lone sole survivor. He's going to take his shots now. Actually, is there any humans nearby him? Black range. Yes, unfortunately, so he's not getting his bonuses. That's fine. He's shooting at long range though with his hunter's hunting rifle, double green. Let's see what happens. Let's see, 8765. I can't remember if I said or not whether he would still have cover from every angle once he was a normal activation rather than having reactions. I guess it'd be too convenient for me to say now that he does, but that should have been the case. But whatever. Second hit got through though. Broke his armor. He's got 1 armor left. He did not block it, so that is 2 damage. Not enough to kill him. He's got 2 health left. So before handing it over to the rest of my surviving team, and it's the final goal, he moved and then he charged into the scavenger's back. So he should actually be in base to base. He's taking a black die as his charge bonus, but can't attack this turn. Alright, my settler is moving out of the line of sight of the turret, so the turret's essentially not important anymore. And she's going to take a shot at the Psycho Sniper, try and kill him. Still unfortunately outside of the red range, but it doesn't matter because she got him. The star sets him on fire. That might be important if she blocks any of the damage. Let's see. He blocked all of the damage. I think the fire still goes through though. So he is on fire if nothing else. Dogmeat's going next. I'm going to try and use him to free up the scavenger to maybe finish off the Psycho Sniper. Charged in, so he's only getting 1 attack against the goal there. He's also taking a black die for his charge bonus. Extra green die, oh, as I dropped the skill dice, is for being outnumbering the goal in combat. I guess we'll roll this stuff first. That looks like a good assortment. Now where did the skill die go? I'm going to have to reach under the table. There it is there. Oh, apologies. It's a 7, but it comes down by 1 billion. Takes away its 1 armor. Does the nuke do something? Yes it does. It breaks his arm, so he's -2 to all skills. And 2 damage. So the goal has 2 damage left, unfortunately. Well, I don't really want him to break away, even with the goal having a broken arm. So Scavenger's going to try and take out the rest of that health on the goal. Green die thrown in for outnumbering, thanks to Dogmeat being there. And it's 4s, I think. 4s, double check. Yep. 6 comes down to a 4. It's 2 damage. 1 of it is blocked. He lived on 1. Alright, well he's going to have to use his other attack then. Same dice. It's through again. Oh, even if he'd have to block all of it, which he didn't. So the ghoul is down, but unfortunately the scavenger has used up both actions. I actually think that means that's turn, doesn't it? Because there's barely anything left on the table. It is. Yeah, that's turn. Well, it's time for another event. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Super Mutant Broadcast. Okay, this is what's her face broadcasting. Okay, yes, I know, blah, 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 blah. You're trying to trick them. Alright, thankfully it's just, what's her name, Agatha? Something like that? I've forgotten her name. Either way, we're not going to Shaw Place to get devoured by super mutants. We're quite capable of being murdered where we are. Thank you. So the battle round is getting started by the Psycho Sniper, but he immediately takes 1 damage from the fire, putting him at 3 of his 4 health. He then has to see if the fire goes out. Got a 50-50 die here. If it lands on an X, the fire stays on. If it's a circle, it goes out by itself. So I forgot literally what I just said, whether or not the X was bad or not. I think I said circle, it goes out, X, it stays on, which means he has to use his other action to test agility to try and put the fire out, because otherwise on his next turn, he just keels over dead. His agility is 5 or less. 6. He stays on fire and he's wasted his turn. That's good news for what few survivors I have left. Gotta go with the sole survivor. He's gotta be the one to finish off the Psycho Sniper that's taken out most of his friends. Except the free tech, nobody likes that guy. So here we go. He's gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. That's an insta fail. He's gonna fire again. I was hoping he'd get to shoot at the... He failed again with a quick action. What can he do with a quick action? Nothing of relevance. Wow. Well, the horrible glowing ghoul activated and he's charged into the scavenger. Now it didn't matter against Pennywise, but at the end of his activation he does a radiation burst that would heal other ghouls, not himself. It specifies not himself, and it does damage to people nearby. But let's first of all see if he eats. Again, there should be a 3rd black die in here, so we'll just reroll this one. He has indeed hit. Oh, 2 extra damage, you don't say. Okay, let's see if any armors... 1 armor is blocked, so it's still 3 damage coming in, so he's still dead. Plop! And then range orange around him, so I think Dogmeat... Yep, Dogmeat is taking 1 more rad damage, which he does not enjoy. That 2 damage was the scavenger though. But yeah, he's gone. So I've only got the Settler and Dogmeat left. However, because the Psycho Sniper was unable to put his fire out, he's already dead. As soon as he activates in the next turn, he's dead, and the next turn is the last turn. So as long as that's happened, I get the basic win. So all that really matters is, for the rest of this turn and the next turn, can that ghoul die to get the sniper rifle off that body up there? Because if not, we kill the guy and then have to back off because the glowing one is too powerful. So she's firing at close range with the incendiary rifle, so the dice are a little bit different. Instead of a black and blue, there's a green thrown in there. Other than that, it's the same. Sixes. I saw the X. She did get him. He's got 2+1, so now he's got 1+1, so he's got 2 armor. The bottle cap and the star. He's on fire. He blocks nothing. Well, his +1 armor is super armor, so he blocks that. But he took 2, and he is on fire. I'll have to go get another fire token after this. And she's firing again, because we need it to die. Not with an X, we're not. Oh well. Well, what can you do with Dogmeat except jump in and try? Charging in, and then taking a black die for his charge bonus. Come on, roll really well. Sixes. He failed. It would have done 4 damage. He failed. His quick action is no good. That is already the end of the turn. What horrors awaits us in the final turn of the game? Bear Force 1. Vertibirds are infrequent, but the golden bear insignia on its side shows this one is special. Maybe the NCR's president is on board right now, watching us die. Alright, on to the final round. So it was the Psycho Sniper of the 2 enemies left. He activates, he immediately burns to death. He tumbles from the building on fire, shouting the name Sheila, and drops his sniper rifle nearby. The mission is technically done, but we still have one last chance to take out the... How much health has this thing got left? He's taken 4 damage, he has 7 health left. It's not likely, but we'll give it a go. Well, of course Dogmeat is going first, so let's see what we can do. He got him. He got him easily, actually. His 2+1 armor. No, so he just blocks 1 damage. So that's 1 more. That's 5 then. We can just flip one of these. So he's up to 5. That's better than nothing. And then the other dog bite. That is a 9. Unfortunately not. He misses with his other bite. Well, the glowing one is going to try and devour a doggle. 2 bites, 7s, and there should be an extra black die thrown in. Of course he crit with his first one. Nothing else, but he breaks 1 armor on Dogmeat, who I always forget how much he has. He has 2, so he's down to 1 armor. He actually does block 1 damage, so he takes 1 more damage, and then it converts to more radiation damage, unfortunately. So he's up to 3, and then the other bite comes down to a 7, which does actually hit. 2 damage against his 2 armor. He blocks 1, takes another 1, and once again it converts to radiation damage. But he lived. That's kind of unfortunate though, because that means they're shooting into combat. Oh well. Oh, I forgot the ghoul was on fire. Ah, I guess we can't take back the dice. That means he does take 1 more damage from being on fire. I'll need to look at another icon. And there's no more turns of the game left anyway, so I guess it would be pointless for it to put out his fire. So yeah, it's actually up to 6 damage then. Words cannot express how much I want this sniper rifle. Settler, go! Unfortunately we're shooting into combat, which does make our shot land easier, but we might accidentally murder Dogmeat, but such is life. Close range firing, normally needing a 6, so it's up to an 8. But it doesn't matter when you insta-fail, so, you know, there's that. Come on now. Right, she hits. Does she hit Dogmeat? Dogmeat will be 1 and 3. No, she doesn't. I don't remember what that was. I think it was a bottle cap. It's not going to matter. That's 3 damage coming in against 2+1 armor. Doesn't block any... Well, blocks that bonus damage because of his super armor. He takes 2 more, so that's 6. He's up to 8. 9, 10, 11. He's got 3 health left, so the sole survivor needs to do 3 damage without accidentally hitting Dogmeat once. Let's just do that now. Let's see. The close range... Yeah, he's in close range, so that's just 2 yellow dice. We have 2 yellow dice right here, and normally that would be 5s, but up to 7s. First shot. It's through with an armor break, but does it hit the right target? Again, 1 and 3 is Dogmeat. I think that's game right there. I really wanted that sniper rifle. Oh, but does Dogmeat die? Dogmeat's got 2 armor. Yep, no, he's got 1 armor. So he's definitely taking at least 1 damage. He took both and died. Well, at least he's not in the way now. Let's try the other shot. Is there extra damage on these yellow dice? Yes, but very rare. We'd need them both to be extra damage, I think. He hit. He broke 1 armor, so it's a 1 plus 1. No, so it's just the 1 damage. That's 1 more damage through, which sadly is not enough to kill it, because that's 9 of its 11. So unfortunately, I really wanted that sniper rifle. We were going to get the sniper rifle with mod installed as well. It would have been so good, but we have to retreat. We did win, but no sniper rifle for us. So our 2 survivors are grabbing the unconscious bodies of their friends and scampering away. The job technically done, 200 caps in our pocket, but no extra gun, which really would have helped. Now this is normally when I would roll the d12 and give you the choice of the missions. There is 3 missions left in Season 1, so rather than roll the dice, I'm just going to give you the choice of all 3. So your 3 choices are Quest 3, the infested gas station, which would be relatively similar to this setup actually now that I think about it. Quest 6, I believe, which is the worst defense. And then the other option we haven't seen, because we haven't seen option 3 I think, is Quest 12, which is called a behemoth task. So actually, isn't there another mission we haven't done? I could have sworn there's one more we haven't done, which is called Raiders Come Calling. I don't think we ever did that one, did we? So well, let's have 4 options then. I think those are the 4 we haven't done yet. So have those as options. Let me know in the comments which of those sounds like what you want to see next. Infested gas station, the worst defense, Raiders Come Calling, a behemoth task. Let me know, and in a little while we'll film that one and see what happens. It's not going well for my team really. But either way, thank you very much for watching. I sincerely hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you soon for the next part. Until then, ta-ta for now.